The number one reason businesses fail is lack of capital. And the number one reason business owners can't get access to capital is bad personal credit. Today, I'm going to expose the truth about so-called no personal guaranteed business funding and share why building business credit is basically a scam. And I'm going to give you the real options you have if your credit isn't where it should be. So if you're tired of the lies, stick around. This could save you months of wasted time and thousands of dollars. My name's Colin Matthew. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad when I turned 13 and became obsessed with credit, finance, and investing. And I even followed in Robert Kiyosaki's footsteps and enlisted in the Marine Corps at 18, where I witnessed firsthand what Rich Dad's book said, that they don't teach financial education in schools. You see, the Marines to my left and right were defaulting on cars and credit cards, so I got certified in credit repair to fix their credit, and fast forward to today, I run an 8-figure credit repair and funding business. And I make these videos to help you guys fix first, fund second, and invest third, in that order. Links for credit repair and business funding are in the description and the pinned comment. Over 500,000 businesses are started every single month in the United States, and the number one reason they fail is lack of capital. And this massive demand has opened the door for hype and scams, especially around no PG and EIN-only funding. When I started in 2019, I saw these ads everywhere. I tested them myself and learned they were all too good to be true. There are only 2 ways to get business funding: no PG and PG. Option 1 with a personal guarantee, and option 2 without a personal guarantee. And here's the hard truth. Unless you're already doing millions in revenue, option 2, no PG, is a dead end. A personal guarantee simply means you, the owner, promise to repay the debt if the business can't. Banks use this to reduce their risk, and most people don't like the idea of taking the risk on personally, but it's really the reality of how lending works, guys. Let's talk about the no PG route. In theory, you build business credit under your EIN with bureaus like Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. Then you climb a so-called tier system, moving from vendor accounts to bigger store cards and things like that. Sounds good on paper, right? But let's break it down. Here's the ladder that gurus sell. Tier 1, net 30 vendors like Grainger, Uline, or Quill. Tier 2, store cards and fuel cards. Tier 3, Office Depot, Home Depot, Lowe's, Sam's Club. And supposedly, Tier 4, major bank credit cards with no personal guarantee. But that Tier 4, it doesn't actually exist. The reality is the path that they lay out to you takes 6 to 18 months. You'll spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars buying things you probably don't even need just to trigger a reporting on your business credit bureaus. And all of that time and money rarely leads to the kind of capital you actually want. Here is the problem. Cash credit, like bank credit cards, lines of credit, and loans, the ones that actually matter, the ones you can use anywhere for payroll, ads, marketing, real business expenses. Non-cash credit like store cards, vendor accounts, and fuel cards can only be used in limited places, guys. And as the saying goes, cash is king. So true no PG bank cards, they do actually exist, but only at the corporate level. It's called corporate credit. That means earning millions in revenue, not a startup, not a small business. And every major bank will tell you this if you call them directly: Chase, Bank of America, American Express, Wells Fargo, etc. So why do I call this business credit building a scam? Because it's time consuming, it's costly, and at the end of the road, you don't get the usable capital you came in for. You get limited use credit that doesn't help you grow. The better route is simple. Fix your personal credit and use it to unlock real high quality funding. With a 680 plus FICO score, you can get 0 APR business credit cards, business loans, and lines of credit, even on a brand new LLC. I've personally gotten 6 figures in approvals on entities with no business credit built. Meanwhile, I've also spent a full year building business credit, getting an 80 Paydex, and the best I got was a Sam's Business Club MasterCard. That should tell you everything you need to know about this whole no PG, EIN-only business funding. Now, I get it. A lot of people chase no PG because their personal credit is under 680. And it sounds like a shortcut, but there's no free lunch, guys. Someone has to take the risk, and if it's not you, the bank simply will not do it. So What if your credit is in rough state? There are still some bad credit funding options. They're expensive, they're limited, but they do exist. Think of them as bridge capital, right? While you're getting your credit squared away and fixed up. Option number one is going to be PayPal Business Loan. You can get approvals up to around $100,000 and sometimes even more. And the minimum FICO is about 580. But the catch is it's weekly repayments, which means higher costs. I was approved for $100,000 myself a few years ago, but the interest came out to nearly 19%, even with a 750 plus FICO score. PayPal also has a working capital product. This one requires no credit check, but you need to have processed at least $15,000 in PayPal sales in the past 12 months. Repayment comes directly as a percentage of your sales, so it's basically in advance. No FICO pull, but again, it's not cheap. High interest rates, guys. That's why you got to get your credit fixed. Option two is Fundbox. If you've got a 600 FICO score, 6 months in business, and about $8,000 a month in revenue, you can qualify for a line of credit up to $150,000. But again, weekly repayment terms and higher APRs. Option three is going to be the Opportunity Fund. We've gotten a few of these approvals for some of our clients. They lend between $5,000 and $100,000, and you need a 570 plus FICO and at least 3 months in business. It's a lot slower process, but this still is an option while you're getting your credit fixed, guys. But here's a golden rule. If a lender requires daily payments or weekly repayments, it's going to be expensive and it's going to be awful for your business. It may look manageable at first, but the effective interest rate is very high and it can crush your cash flow if you're not careful, guys, right? So here's the real game plan. Fix your personal credit, dispute and remove derogatories, optimize your utilization, and then sequence your applications to get 0% business funding, the cheapest capital available. That's how you unlock real usable capital. So let's recap. No PG is extremely rare. It's really for corporate credit, companies doing millions of dollars in revenue. Vendor and store credit is not cash capital. It could only be used at those particular stores. With a 680 plus FICO score, however, you can access real funding fast. And yes, there are bad credit options, but they're going to be costly. And if you're still saying, but I don't want to use a PG, here's the truth. Banks won't take the risk for you. A PG isn't bad, it's leverage. The goal is to use it smart, build your business, and later qualify for corporate programs when you're ready. So what should you do this week? Pull your 3 bureau credit report and list all your negatives. Stop kicking that can down the road. Let's pay down your utilization or consolidate it on a debt consolidation or bridge loan and open the right business checking account so you're positioned for your 0% business funding. If you've got negatives, let's get it fixed. If you want help, that's exactly what we do here at Credit Veterans. We offer credit repair using advanced consumer law strategies plus funding plans that map out which banks and cards to apply for and in what order, and directly introduce you to our relationship managers, right? So if you want this mentorship, link is in the pinned comment and the description. You can work with my team one-on-one. So here's the bottom line, guys. Don't waste a year buying toilet paper from Net 30 vendor accounts. Fix your personal credits, leverage it to get real funding, and grow your business the smart way. As always, guys, if you found any value at all in this video, drop a comment, let me know, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more valuable videos. This is Credit with Colin, and I'll see you guys on the next one.